Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here today because we are tackling a topic that has the power to completely transform your trajectory in life. We're looking at those absolutely crucial financial decisions you make early on, specifically in your 20s, that will literally shape your financial future for decades to come. We've distilled our source material down to a powerhouse checklist. It's 6 financial habits you need to start this month. Okay, let's dive right into this. Because right off the bat, we need to shatter a massive misconception. The prevailing myth out there is that becoming rich entirely depends on earning a huge salary. We tend to think, if we just land that one high-paying job, boom, all our money worries will just vanish. But the reality? True financial success actually depends far more on avoiding costly, compounding mistakes early in your career than it does on simply pulling in a massive paycheck. So if a massive salary isn't the magic bullet, what on earth is? Well, here's the core definition of wealth building we pulled straight from the data. It's about consistently increasing the gap between your income and your expenses. And this highlights a really dangerous trap known as lifestyle inflation. Actually, it's like a treadmill. You get a raise at work and you instantly upgrade your lifestyle to match it. If your spending grows just as fast as your paycheck, that bigger salary is instantly ruined. You aren't building wealth, you're just running faster on the exact same treadmill. Exhausting, right? To help you master this, our explainer today is broken down into 3 logical phases. We've got phase 1, defense, phase 2, offense, and phase 3, expansion. By grouping our 6 crucial habits into this actionable step-by-step checklist, you're going to have a clear roadmap to totally transform your financial foundation starting this very month. All right, let's jump right into phase 1, defense. This is all about protecting your cash. Before we even think about growing wealth, we enthusiastically need to focus on gaining total, unwavering control over the money that is already coming into your bank account. So here are the first 2 habits on our checklist. Step 1, track your daily spending. Step 2, create an emergency fund for unexpected costs. Why are these defensive habits so vital? Well, without tracking, a salary simply disappears into a complete mystery of late-night online orders, forgotten subscriptions, and random food deliveries. You can't control what you don't measure. And the emergency fund? Look, life is unpredictable. Medical bills or a sudden job loss will happen for sure. Having a buffer prevents you from being forced into high-interest debt just to survive the month. Now, what's really interesting about this is contrasting those solid defensive habits with the traps that completely derail people. Look at these common pitfalls. Paying only the minimums on credit cards, which traps you in this endless cycle of high interest. Buying expensive phones or clothes just to impress others. This is literally sacrificing your real financial freedom for temporary social media approval. No way. And finally, spending first and promising yourself you'll save whatever's left over. Because let's be real, there is rarely anything left over. Okay, so once your defense is locked in, it's time for phase 2, offense. Time to grow and learn. This is where we stop just protecting our cash and actually start putting both our money and our time to work for us. Our checklist continues with our next 2 habits. Step 1 here is to begin small investments, and step 2 is to spend time learning about personal finance and investing. A massive mistake people make is delaying investing because they think they need this huge lump sum of cash to start. But starting small and being fiercely consistent is vastly more effective. It gives time, which is literally the most powerful tool in wealth creation, the runway it needs to multiply your money. And dedicating time to educate yourself on investing and taxes, that is an investment with a guaranteed infinite return. I absolutely love this quote from our source material. Imagine planting a tree. It does not grow into a giant tree overnight. It takes patience, care, and time. It's such a comforting reminder, Wealth building is a long-term process. When you feel discouraged because your small initial investments aren't making you a millionaire by week 2, just remember the tree. Patience and consistency matter much, much more than speed. And this brilliantly illustrates the core mechanic behind that growth. The fundamental difference between assets and liabilities. It's a real game changer. Assets are things that put money into your pocket or increase in value over time, like investments or real estate. Liabilities, on the other hand, take money out of your pocket, like a massive car loan or credit card debt. The wealthy spend their lives gradually buying assets. The financially stressed spend their lives unknowingly accumulating liabilities that just quietly drain their wealth. Which brings us to our final strategic shift in today's explainer. Phase 3, expansion, maximizing your potential. You've protected your money, you've started growing it, but honestly, relying entirely on just a single salary is still a major financial risk. And this is where the final 2 habits of our checklist come into play. Step 1, develop new skills to increase your earning potential. Step 2, build extra income streams to improve your long-term security. Often, the absolute highest yielding investment you can make isn't in the stock market at all. It's in yourself. By actively improving your own education, your technical skills, or even your communication abilities, you directly increase your future earning potential. So, what does that expansion actually look like in the real world? Well, here are the specific extra income streams highlighted in our research: freelancing, content creation, starting an online business, and various other skill-based opportunities. The whole shebang. The beauty of this is that it's highly personalized. I highly encourage you to proactively look at this list and match these opportunities with your own unique talents and interests to really build that long-term security. Now, to really drive all of this home, I want to set up the climax of our explainer by introducing a powerful scenario from the source material. Let's call it the 10-year friendship test. Imagine two friends who both graduate and start working at age 22, and they're making the exact same starting salary. But here is where their paths totally diverge. Friend A spends most of what they earn, completely ignores money management, and constantly upgrades their lifestyle every single time they get a bonus. Meanwhile, friend B diligently follows the 6-habit checklist we've discussed today. Friend B tracks expenses, invests consistently, and keeps their eyes squarely focused on long-term goals, resisting that constant urge to show off. Let's move to and see how this builds across a timeline. Year 1, they're identical. They start working at 22 with the exact same cash. But by year 5, those small, almost invisible habits of friend B start compounding, while friend A is starting to really feel the squeeze of lifestyle inflation. By year 10, the difference in their financial situations is absolutely enormous. It's night and day. This proves without a shadow of a doubt that what you do with what you earn matters far, far more than the size of your initial paycheck. As you begin applying this checklist, please keep this crucial principle in mind. Financial success is a deeply personal journey. Focus entirely on your own progress. It is so incredibly easy to get distracted by the luxury cars and exotic vacations flooding your social media feed. But remember, social media is just a highlight reel. What you don't see are the crippling hidden debts, the zero-balance savings accounts, and the immense financial stress hiding just behind the camera. Run your own race. So, the crucial point is this. Every single rupee saved, every unnecessary expense avoided, and every new skill learned actively contributes to a vastly stronger future. The small actions you take today literally change the trajectory of your tomorrow. I want to leave you with this final, vital question. Look at our 6-part checklist. Which of these financial habits will you commit to starting today? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.